We are set for Istanbul, Turkey for the final of the UEFA Champions League. Now we have our final four. Two teams from England, record champions Real Madrid, representing the Spanish League, whilst last year's finalists, Paris Saint-Germain, will be carrying the flag of France in the semi-final. But the most intriguing thing about this year's semi-final is about Cristiano Ronaldo. For the first time in 3 consecutive seasons, the 5-time winner is not going to play in the semi-final. Has he failed with Juventus or not? Let us know what you think on this episode of the Ghana Web Fridays debate by stating your answer in the comment section. We also do a bit discussion about the quarter-final games and the upcoming semi-finals. Who will be going to Istanbul? I know Chelsea definitely going to Istanbul. Who is going to join Chelsea? Share your take on this with us. My name is Joel Eshend, and this is the Ghana Web Fridays debate. We go for a break. When we return, the analysis starts. Welcome back from the break. It is still the Fridays debate here on Ghana Web TV. This week we're asking you, has Cristiano Ronaldo failed at Juventus or not? Let us know what you think in the comment section. I have on the show 3 gentlemen. I have Jones, I have Sports Atom, and Bra OG, very popular in level 400, who will be helping me to discuss this issue. Good morning, gentlemen, and thanks for joining me here on today's show. Jones, how was your Champions League night?
Oh, it was okay. It was as expected, and thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Any surprises in the quarterfinal phase?
Not actually.
All right, sitting by Jones, I have Sports Atom. He's also a blue guy. How was your Champions League night?
Oh, very good, because my team was part, so I was really happy. But definitely, those who knew me, the prediction I gave for the semi-finals, all the teams win. So I'm really happy. Yes, so I think it was a clear indication of the preparation so far.
We were sure that definitely Porto is a team we can beat. So
I was sure we can beat Porto, but I was not convinced about Real Madrid beating Liverpool.
All right, so let me move to the Madrid guy right here, Bra OG. Good morning and thanks for joining us on the Fridays debate on Ghana Web TV.
Thank you very much, Joel.
All right, so I'll start the discussion with you right away. When you saw the draw that you'll be playing Liverpool, were you okay? As in, did you have confidence in your team that you can beat Liverpool?
Of course, yes. You know, I've been a Real Madrid fan for some years now. And then looking at Liverpool's form this season, I was 100% sure we would beat Liverpool. Even if we had Bayern or Paris, you know me. And then you know what my team can also do. So I need not talk much about my team in the Champions League.
All right, so once Real Madrid are in the Champions League, you think that is their bet right? They have to win.
We have 99% chance of winning. Yes. So this is not anything to argue about.
So aside from Real Madrid, we have other 3 teams in the semi-finals: Chelsea, Man City, and then Paris Saint-Germain. Are you surprised seeing any of these teams in the semi-finals?
Not at all. I'm not surprised. But then I had wanted Dortmund to qualify instead of Man City, because I think Haaland deserves a trophy, at least for what he's been doing this season. He deserves a trophy.
So he deserves the Champions League trophy than Kevin De Bruyne or Sergio Kun Aguero?
Not really, but then looking at his form this season, and then the speculations around him, this team wants him, this club wants him, he deserves a trophy.
So I think as a Madrid fan, he wants Haaland to probably be in the final so that next season they can get the Norwegian guy for their club. But I'll move to Sports Atom. 4 teams in the semi-finals, 2 from England, 1 from Spain, and one from France. No representative from either Germany or the Italian Serie A.
Basically, it's a reflection of how the league have been so far. Anybody who watches the Bundesliga realize the best team over there was Bayern Munich. In the start of the season, they didn't have a good start. So basically, you know that for them to make it to the Champions League would be very difficult. We realize that Hansi Flick issue concerning him even leaving to the German national team was a factor. Now, I was never surprised about 2 Englands being there. I opted for at least 3 Englands there because realize of the intensity of the league and how strong the league has become. You realize that they deserve at least a trophy. And looking at Liverpool, what made me realize that Liverpool had lost completely, even yesterday, was how Real Madrid had to get form after beating Liverpool 3-1 and also the Clasico.
He went ahead to win the El Clasico.
So I realized that the form has been on a peak, and that is what has made me shake as a Chelsea fan. I was telling Jones that right from the round of 16, I predicted Paris Saint-Germain Real Madrid final, and I'm still standing to that. I will not be, because I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'll be biased. Looking at the things there, though the goal difference may be 1, but if Chelsea plays like the way he plays the second leg against Porto, then we're going to take a bag of goals home. But I'm also really impressed with Paris Saint-Germain for how Pochettino has done a great job by composing them, especially good thanks to Idris Guy, the guy over there. I believe because he's
been solid with the team.
Yes, because he's a black guy, people don't want to look at how the guy has been very good. But let's say he's an N'Golo Kante version of a Paris Saint-Germain, and he's very good. And also kudos to Kylian Mbappe. With me, Neymar didn't do anything extraordinary because we know what Neymar can do already. So these 2 players were the main core behind Paris Saint-Germain, and they've made a team they made a team a threat in this Champions League. And I'll not be surprised if they lift the trophy this time around, because looking at history, when you go to Champions League and you lose and we are coming back again, you did very strong and very sharp. So because at least the best team should win in the Champions League.
Right, so the best team should win, but I will speak to Jones on the semi-final draw. Paris Saint-Germain will take on Manchester City, whilst Madrid at the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium will play Chelsea. Which 2 teams will be going to Istanbul?
All right, so I think this is one of the best seasons in the Champions League. Okay, we see a trend. There's a trend that any team that beats Barca wins the Champions League. So we saw last year Bayern, Liverpool
But
beats Barca.
in the past 3 seasons, it has been the team who beat Bayern Munich.
Yes, so Bayern Munich won last year. So
it means that
any team that beats Barca wins the Champions
all
League.
the odds go in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. You beat Barca.
Exactly.
You beat Bayern Munich.
Exactly. But to speak from a tactical point of view, Man City, Pep Guardiola is a very tactical. He's one of the best. If he's not the best, he's one of the best. And Pochettino is experienced with Pep's play. He's been in England and he's watched him. And it's going to be difficult when Guardiola comes.
He has even eliminated him once. Last 2 seasons.
Yes. And it was a surprise. We were all surprised. But, Pep Guardiola can still be Pep Guardiola. And we know that this is what Man City brought Guardiola in for. Not the Premier League, because Roberto Mancini won that for them. So it was because of the Champions League that Man City contacted Pep Guardiola. So I think they are going to go all out. And I would be surprised if Guardiola
is their second semi-final. And you see, the interesting thing is that both teams, I think Paris Saint-Germain last season, they got to their first semi-final and they won. They proceeded to the finals.
Yes.
Manchester City, on the other hand, they played their first semi-final against Madrid and they lost. Now we are getting 2 second-time semi-finalists playing.
Yes, and PSG is a finalist, so they were there last year, and would say their eyes red. They would feel the pain. They are going to go all out for it. But as I said earlier, Pep Guardiola is master class, and he can just bring anything out any day. And then to Chelsea, Madrid, as he said, I was telling someone yesterday when we were watching the match that there are some things you can't just take it out. Like Madrid is just Madrid. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Some of these things, they are not from a tactical point of view. It's just that Madrid is just Madrid, and they're just going to come out. Maybe you'd see. Just look at this. They lost Ramos, they lost Varane. So someone's going to be like, oh, come on, Liverpool are going to. But we could see Liverpool scored only one.
But I don't think that the Nachos and what's the other guy's name? Militao. These guys won't survive under Chelsea.
Yes, so by then Ramos will be back, and if Ramos is back, it's a nightmare. Ramos is a nightmare to Werner and Kai Havertz. So, but you know, as I was telling Atom earlier, Chelsea has improved, okay, and we can't take the fact from it that Tuchel has been superb. He has organized a team very, very compact.
He played in the final last season.
Yes.
So as we talk about Paris Saint-Germain, we should also give some credit to him.
Yeah, exactly. So he is a very tactical man. But I think what would derail him against Madrid is the attack. They sometimes find it very difficult to be sharp. You know, as he said on Tuesday, Chelsea had chances to just kill off this game, and it was so bad.
And on the other hand, Liverpool, before we came on air, I was telling you guys that yesterday Liverpool could have qualified after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I think Mo Salah got like 2 1-on-1s that on a good day it would have been a goal. So you are going for Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain in the final.
With the Madrid side, I'm going for Madrid, but with the PSG, Man City.
You are going for Man City.
Anything can happen. Trust me, anything can happen. Pep Guardiola can pull out a surprise.
All right. So before we wrap up this segment, I have my final question for you. Because you are a Madridista. Madrid have never won against Chelsea in 3 games. The first met in 71, the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup 98, the Super Cup, the only Super Cup Chelsea have in their coffers. In 3 games, 2 wins for Chelsea and a draw. Could this play a critical role in the upcoming fixture?
Joe, of course, when I know.
Because they say history, yes.
Yes, in as much as history can repeat itself, it is football. Anything can happen. I quite remember, I think Madrid never scored a goal at Anfield. When this coach, I've forgotten the name. Brendan Rodgers. Yes, we went there to score. So anything can happen. The fact that we've not beaten Chelsea before doesn't mean we can't beat them. Anything can happen. We have the best team. Trust me, Joe. We have the best team. Just look at our center defense. We don't have Varane, we don't have Ramos, but still, there's a Nacho, there's a Militao who are doing exactly what.
Okay, so even
Ramos
when these two were there, you were conceding against the Leches and the Cardis.
In as much as we considered when we had our preferred centre backs, any team also concede when they have their centre backs.
Top players.
Look at this team, for example, Liverpool, for example, they had Van Dijk and they still considered 7 against
Aston
Villa, yeah. So anything happen, it's football. Trust me. And then I'm a Madrid fan, you know. But then I did not see Madrid winning the Champions League. Trust me.
All right, so this is the Champions League, but the Champions League fan, that is, he's a Madridista. He is saying that Madrid might be favorites against Chelsea, but they might not be the favorite for the ultimate trophy. But let me remind you that the first time Chelsea met Madrid were 5 times champions in Europe consecutive. They have won it. This is the Friday's debate here on Ghana Web TV. You can also add your voice to the conversation by stating your comments after watching the video. We go for a quick break. When we return, we start the debate. Has Cristiano Ronaldo failed at Juventus or not? Remember, they paid 100 million euros for a player who was above 30. We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, my name is Nanama McBrown. I'm proud to be part of Ghana Web Road Safety Campaign. Please, do the right thing. Save a life. Brim.
welcome back from the break. It is still the Friday's debate here on Ghana Web TV. We are done with the analysis, but now the atmosphere must change a bit for you. Has Cristiano Ronaldo failed at Juventus, or you think that he is not getting the needed materials for him to send the team to at least the Champions League semi-finals? Let me start with you, Sports Atom. Has Cristiano Ronaldo failed at Juventus or not?
Okay, so thank you, Joel. First of all, Cristiano Ronaldo have not failed in Juventus.
He has not failed.
He has not
Okay.
failed.
Let me move to Jones.
Well, he has.
He has failed.
He has.
So you think Mr. Champions League is no more Mr. Champions League after leaving Real Madrid?
In a way, he has failed. If I send my son to school to get A1s for me, and he comes back and gets D and tells me that gives some excuses.
The
He has
school
failed.
was not.
Yes, no, he has failed.
Okay, let me move to OJ. He gave you 4 Champions League trophies in 9 years. In Juventus, 3 years, he is yet to play in the semi-finals. Has he failed after making the 100 million move?
In a way, he has failed. Because looking at Juventus, they've had domestic trophies even before he came.
Yeah.
And then when he came, he's still giving them these same domestic trophies. Okay. Juventus wants Champions League, not domestic trophies. So I can say Ronaldo has failed.
All right, so I think we have the point here. But what do you also think? Has he failed or not? So I'll go back to Sports Atom again, because he was emphatic that CR7 Aviero has failed. Why are you saying he has failed?
I said he has not failed.
You said he has not failed.
Yeah. Basically, I'll just give a throwback. You gave an analysis of 9 years in Real Madrid, giving 4 trophies. I remember in 2000, when he moved to Real Madrid, over 100 million pounds, signing him to Real Madrid.
80, I guess.
80.
Yeah, from Manchester United.
80 euros.
Yeah.
80 euros, rather.
Yeah, from 180 million pounds.
80 million pounds. Okay, thanks for the correction. 80 million pounds to Real Madrid. I realized he was there over 2 years before he began a regular, or he began to make his name known over there. Realized the likes of Rahul were already present over there. Now, let's look at the time Real Madrid was on their peak when they took Champions League back to back. At a time when Cristiano Ronaldo does not even score, we have a certain guy called Marcelo who will score. We had a certain guy called Modric who will score. We have a certain Bale. We have a certain Benzema. We have a certain Sergio Ramos who can even intercept in the 90th minute when the game is no more.
Against Atletico Madrid.
Perfectly well. Now, do we have that same material in Juventus?
He has Dybala.
Dybala has been an injury-prone player for over 2 seasons now. We have Chiesa, but we can't compare Chiesa to what Benzema contributed to what Cristiano needed. Now let's look at the philosophy or the game plan they played both in Real Madrid and in Juventus. In Real Madrid, they played what we call ultra football, ultra attacking. That means when they are going, the midfield flanks will move together. That means Modric will move, then Toni Kroos will go, leaving Casemiro behind.
To stay behind.
Making them what? Having 3 back, leaving Marcelo to overlap and the right back to overlap also. Caballero to overlap. Now,
is it different from...
It's a different game plan from Pirlo.
Yes, yes, Alexander, but I don't want you to limit the arguments to Pirlo. Ronaldo has been in Turin for 3 seasons.
Good.
Massimiliano Allegri. He has played in 2 Champions League finals. He had Mauricio Sarri,
okay,
who had won his first trophy in his life, the Europa League, before coming. So if you make the argument about Pirlo alone, it will seem like he just came to Juventus.
Okay, now Massimiliano Allegri was in Juventus. He went to the final for 3 times before Ciro came.
All right.
And he was awful on the final. You can see that day, 2 times, sorry, he was just giving out different formation altogether.
Well, why don't you say that he met better teams?
You met better teams? I don't believe that. Real Madrid also met better teams. Juventus also have met better teams. The season Lyon took them out of the Champions League, people will be funny to say this, but if not because the brilliance of Paris Saint-Germain, Lyon should have won the Ligue 1. Because right from match day 15, Lyon was on top of the table. Now, looking at Porto, we all know what Porto will do in Portugal. They came prepared. This is a league Porto can use the second crop of players to play, yet they will win. Apart from Chiesa and Snegzy, who made mistakes during their Champions League knockout phase, which other player could stand out and said, if Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have a day, I can carry Juventus and deliver? As we had certain Sergio Ramos, certain Modric, even in the time we have what you call, some people come from the bench. I remember there was one guy who came from Verani, came from the bench against Bayern Munich. Then he equalized the game, giving them
at a point he had Asensio. Now let me move to you, Jones. In 3 seasons, 3 coaches with Cristiano Ronaldo, still no semi-finals in the Champions League. You said Ronaldo has failed.
Exactly, Ronaldo has failed. When Pogba came to Manchester United, a lot of people are still saying that he has failed because they expect something. Let us not reduce the standards. This is the GOAT. This is Cristiano Ronaldo we are talking about. No, come on. We all know. If we talk about Messi, we talk about Ronaldo. They have respect for each other, okay? And I think this should be an argument for another day.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that make the argument your GOAT, because there is Maradona and Pele.
No. I mean, no. What I'm trying to say is at this time. So let us not reduce the standards. This is Cristiano Ronaldo we are talking about, okay? So he was brought in as we all know for the Champions League.
100 million.
Yes, and then Juventus have been there. So we're expecting that, okay, maybe first season, second season, we would see them in the semi-finals. And just look at the teams that sent them out. Last year,
Ajax, Leon, Porto.
Now, you can't say that because it's a different team. No, Juventus is a top class team. Okay, I think they are reducing now. Because why are they reducing? Because Ronaldo has come. The expectancy is too much. I get in it, but it still makes that what Ronaldo is what Ronaldo. He is supposed to deliver. I get in it. Now, when Bruno Fernandes came to Manchester United, we are all seeing the results, and now we are saying that
he's not a big game player.
Come on. Bruno is a big game player. It depends
in all
on
the
what
big games that
it depends on.
In all the big games that he has played, how many can you point that this was Bruno's game?
Very good.
Yeah,
Wait. Hello. I think. Wait. Okay. We can't base games on goals and assists and leave performances out. Exactly. I get me. We can't do that. Now, when we played Tottenham, he didn't score, he didn't assist. But when you check his work rate, he did very well. Are you going to tell me that Bruno is not a big game player?
So
I get it. Now, so back to Ronaldo.
All right.
Ronaldo has declined in a way. Age has caught up with him, so he has failed.
He's still scoring the goals.
Age has caught up with him, so he has failed.
But he's still scoring the goals.
Yes, so
for
he has
Juventus.
failed. He has failed because, as I said,
when he's still scoring.
No. He was brought in to win the Champions League, and he knows, and he knew that he came there to win Champions League. Okay, now if Ronaldo leaves Juventus without winning the Champions League, it will be written in the record books that Ronaldo failed in the year 2018 to 2020 or 20 what, because he didn't win the Champions League.
All right. So
I want to ask me a question.
Okay.
Assuming Cristiano Ronaldo didn't go to Juventus but came to Manchester United, and 3 seasons he hasn't won, will you still call him a failure?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly.
Because no, I don't get your point. If he was in Manchester United,
if
you will still call him a failure.
If he is not able to win, listen. If not, United needs a Premier League now because it's been a while that United.
And Chamomobeko 20 years.
Oh no. Yes. So if Ronaldo comes to the Premier League and doesn't add that weight, and United does not get the Premier League, he has failed. Okay, we are not reducing the standards. This is the world best we are talking about.
Okay, so the standards are high for Jones. Let me speak to you, OJ. For you seem to be torn in between whether he has failed or not. Let me listen to you.
Joe, just as Atom was saying, he said the players around Ronaldo are Juventus.
Okay.
Juventus are Portugal. He used certain players to win the Euros. So what is Atom talking about? I do not get his point.
The Euros, we all know that the squad Portugal used to win that Euros, it will never happen again in 100 years. It comes once in a blue moon.
Ronaldo has better players at Juventus than Portugal.
Yes.
They face France. You get me? With the lack of Pogba, N'Golo Kante, and then Varane, but still, they won. He has better players around him at Juventus. Just that he wouldn't get the same players around Madrid. He played with these players for about 4 or 5 seasons consecutively. So like the telepathy was there. You get me? Yes. So in as much as we are saying Ronaldo hasn't failed, in a way he has failed because he was brought in to win the Champions League for them.
Who told you that he was brought in to win the Champions League?
Juventus won all these domestic trophies Ronaldo is winning for them, even before he came.
Yes, but I'm saying that, look, before he came, the Juventus price on the Italian stock exchange, their presence on social media, their market. No, you see, these clubs in Europe, when they are making a sign, why do you think Florentino Perez signed James Rodriguez? He signed him because Barcelona had a certain Neymar who was selling jerseys for them in South Africa.
Joe,
so let me also get
why
the
did
poster
Juventus sign Ronaldo? Not for social media, not for stock, not for that. Because and now listen, if it's going to happen for the first time in a very long time, Juventus won't win their league, and it means Ronaldo has failed. Are you getting me? If Juventus doesn't win the Serie A, it means this is bad. This is because at least we know that my son used to get B2, but I wanted him to get A1, and now you are taking me to D7. No, it means Ronaldo has failed.
All right. So you let me take your final words.
Okay,
then.
with me, Cristiano Ronaldo has not failed. Why? Because I want to give 2 analysis or 2 scenarios that
Quick
shows
one.
very quick.
Scenarios.
The first one, Cristiano Ronaldo have stand out personally against Atletico de Madrid last season. Last 2 seasons, scoring an hat-trick.
But he was virtually out in the first leg.
First leg and the second leg, he stood up. What do you expect from a 34 years old man who has already done everything? See,
He's the highest paid player in the
and
team.
he has scored more goals since he joined Juventus. He has scored more goals than any player ever.
So he has failed. That shows.
So let me show you something. There is nothing to motivate him now again. See, Haaland will be motivated to pick Champions League and make Ballon d'Or. But zero, there's nothing to motivate him. Maybe unless World Cup.
No, he has his competitor. He's still alive. He's still playing well.
Yeah.
Okay, now Messi. When was the last time Messi won Champions League? 17.
Messi is also fading at Barcelona.
Yeah?
He's also fading at Barcelona.
Okay, now, so let's Ciro left 3 years ago. Can you also say, assuming Messi, the time Ciro left, is the same period Messi also left to a different team, not Barcelona, has he also failed?
No, he's still there.
So he has also failed in that core period Ciro left. We shouldn't see, he went to a different league. He didn't even understand Italian. You have to learn Italian, adapt to their system.
You know all this is when...
Why? No. See, players are like human beings.
Yes. It's not...
I can't remember Kai Havertz TV said he needed his donkey with him before he could play. And when they brought his donkey against Everton, he delivered.
Cavani does not speak English. Cavani does not know anything about snow. Cavani is not living with his family.
Beautiful.
But Cavani has more goals than Chelsea's top scorers.
Who?
Who is the Chelsea current top scorer in the Premier League?
In the Premier League.
Tammy Abraham with 6 goals.
In
33-year-old Cavani has 8 goals in the Premier League. So how can you tell me that language? No.
So 38 years man comparing himself to a 20-year-old guy who just played in professional football not less than 4 years.
Now listen, when Timo Werner was coming, you guys said he was going to win the top goal scorer. He has 4 goals. Cavani, so yeah, come on, he has failed poorly.
With me. Poorly. So what if Cristiano Ronaldo wins Champions League next season? Will you also say he has failed?
Then we can say what?
Then you're not being right to
Now
the man.
listen, as and now he has failed.
You've made your point known that he has not failed. Now we are far behind time. I'll take yours quick one, then OJ quick, then wrap up.
So it is just this is the underlying statement.
He has failed.
Ronaldo has not won. He has not even been to a final. Okay, if he had been to the final, would say, oh, at least maybe the referee was biased, so they lost. But he has not even been there. Ronaldo has failed. Underline.
OJ.
Looking at Ronaldo and then saying whether he has failed or he has not failed. Joe, you agree with me that Ronaldo has failed? Atom was saying Ronaldo did go against Atletico Madrid. I think last season. Yeah, he scored hat-trick. Ronaldo on any day will do this. I mean, come on. So he was signed purposely to
Atletico are his babies.
Yes, at Real Madrid he did same. So anywhere he meets Atletico, he could do same. So Ronaldo has failed. That is it.
Ronaldo has failed after moving from Real Madrid to Juventus. Two of my pundits are saying that he has failed. But for Sports Atom, Ronaldo has not failed because he lacks quality in the Juventus setup. What do you also think? Share it with us in the comment section after watching the video. Guys, on behalf of the production crew, thanks very much for joining us for today's episode. Thank you, Jones. Thank you, Sports Atom, and my man, Bra OG. This is where time will permit us to end the show, but the discussion does not end here. Let me hear from you in the comment section. My name is Joel Eshen. Follow me on Twitter at Joel Eshen4 and Ghana Web Sports on Twitter. We meet again same time next week.